perspective, describing karma as a far subtler, more profound spiritual principle. He explained that karma originates from the subtle seeds of our thoughts, emotions, and actions. These seeds, once sown, inevitably produce their corresponding fruits. The soul must ultimately experience the consequences of its choices. Every thought, word, and deed impacts our consciousness, leaving an indelible mark that shapes our destiny. Consider this. Hurting someone verbally doesn't simply inflict pain on them. It also generates internal discord within ourselves, a disharmony that eventually manifests as suffering. Yogananda stressed that while we cannot avoid karma, we can transform it. Our current actions directly mold our future. Much like a farmer cultivates seeds to determine his harvest, our present decisions cultivate our tomorrow. The reason karma binds the soul, according to Yogananda, lies in the soul's inherent freedom. However, entanglement in desires and actions creates karmic bonds. Unsatisfied desires and incomplete experiences perpetually draw the soul back into the cycle of birth and rebirth. Though our conscious mind might forget, the soul retains a comprehensive record, a detailed blueprint of every emotion, reaction, and deed. This memory dictates the soul's subsequent journey. Yogananda categorized karma into 3 types: Sanchita karma, representing accumulated karma from past lives awaiting expression; Prarabdha karma, the portion currently unfolding in our present lives, essentially our fate; and Kriyamana karma, encompassing our present actions which will sculpt our future. He highlighted Kriyamana karma, our conscious choices, as the starting point of liberation. Every moment presents a choice between light and darkness. Karma arises wherever desire resides. Unfulfilled desires tether the soul to the world, making liberation a process that begins with the cessation of desire. Good deeds alone don't erase karma, Yogananda clarified. True transformation arises from mindful living and profound meditation. During meditation, the karmic seeds begin to dissolve as the mind stills, allowing the soul to recollect its innate freedom. The principle of karma, while seemingly straightforward, every action elicits a reaction, possesses a much deeper spiritual dimension, according to Yogananda. Every action carries spiritual energy, and energy is neither created nor destroyed. It must return. Therefore, the crucial question is not merely, what did I do? But rather, did my action draw me closer to the divine or further away? Actions stemming from greed, anger, ego, or hatred bind the soul, while actions born from love, service, sacrifice, or compassion elevate it towards the infinite. Good and bad are not judged by societal norms, but by the vibrational resonance they create within the soul. Intention is crucial. An act of charity performed with pride or disgust still binds the individual, while selfless love purifies the soul. It's not just about what we do, but how we feel while doing it. Each action generates a wave of energy, a vibration traversing the universe and eventually returning to its source. Sometimes the consequences are immediate, such as the instant guilt from hurting someone. Other times, the effects unfold over years, even lifetimes, creating the cycle of karma, a perpetual rotation that ceases only when the soul transcends it. A key tenet of Yogananda's teachings is that karma doesn't bear fruit instantly. Just as a seed doesn't immediately sprout, karma requires time to ripen. Some effects manifest rapidly, others take years, and some follow us across multiple lifetimes. Thus, the challenges and blessings we encounter in this life may be echoes from past existences. Yogananda advocated not merely for virtuous karma, selfless service as liberating karma. He asserted that no karma is immutable. Even negative karma can be neutralized through genuine repentance and a devotional connection with the divine. Practices such as deep meditation, selfless service, inner prayer, and especially heartfelt devotion gradually dissolve past karmic bonds. His Ka-yoga meditation practice elevates the soul to spiritual heights, loosening karma's grip. In the stillness of meditation, karmic seeds dissipate, the restless mind quiets, and the soul experiences its original freedom. Karma, he emphasized, isn't destiny. It's a blueprint we can rewrite. It's a spiritual learning process designed to facilitate soul evolution. The power to transform karma resides within us. By becoming aware of our thoughts, emotions, and actions, we begin to reshape our karmic narrative. Our present experiences are the results of past karmas, but our future is shaped by today's choices. The soul, Yogananda maintained, is immortal. It merely sheds its physical form, death, and assumes a new one, birth. Rebirth stems not only from physical death, but also from unfulfilled desires and incomplete karmas. As long as desires for love, wealth, or status remain, the soul returns to complete its unfinished business, to learn unlearned lessons, and ultimately, to know God. These latent desires form potent karmic imprints that the soul carries into subsequent lives, accounting for inherent talents, fears, or habits. Rebirth, he poetically described, is like a cosmic projector displaying the soul's karmic film on the screen of a new life, with the universal energy revealing the karmic frames, initiating a new chapter. However, we are not powerless. Conscious living and dedicated spiritual practice enable us to control our karmic destiny. Eventually, after sufficient purification and spiritual awakening, the soul achieves liberation, freed from the cycle of birth and death. Until then, karma continues to bind us unless we elevate our consciousness. We all bear the weight of karma, some burdens heavier than others. Meditation, far from mere relaxation, serves as a sacred fire purifying the soul. Deep meditation elevates consciousness from the ego to the soul, loosening karmic knots and dissolving negative habits, fears, desires, attachments, and past life imprints. Our subsequent lives aren't random. They are direct consequences of our past karmic blueprint, a script written by our own consciousness. Our parents, birthplace, health, and struggles are all shaped by the karmic vibrations we carry forward. Karma's hold on the soul endures until the soul comprehends the impermanence of the world and surrenders completely to the divine, transcending all desires. This cycle of rebirth, which Yogananda termed Maya, is a grand illusion where the soul forgets its divine origin and becomes entangled in worldly attachments. Meditation, however, acts as the fire that melts these bonds. Yogananda taught Ka-yoga, a meditation practice accelerating the soul's liberation. Karma, he emphasized, isn't an unchangeable decree, but a subtle record of impressions stored in the mind. Deep meditation allows us to access the space beyond the ego, where karma's influence ceases and the soul remains untouched. Each meditation session loosens karma's grip. Devotion, he considered the most potent path beyond karma, believing that where true devotion exists, God himself descends. When we call to the divine with heartfelt love, grace flows, altering the course of karma. Devotion can even prevent karmic seeds from germinating. Divine grace surpasses the law of karma. Through devotion, meditation, and selfless service, the impact of harmful past karma can be mitigated or even completely transformed. God's grace transcends karmic law, Devotion elevates the soul, weakening karma's influence. Yoga Andanda taught the sacred balance between meditation, leading to inner stillness, and devotion, connecting us to the divine through love. Together, they burn away layers of ignorance and karmic darkness, albeit gradually but inevitably. For those sincerely seeking God and practicing both, karma eventually fades, ceasing to define their soul's journey. While some karmas must be experienced due to their advanced stage, even these are lessened by devotion and meditation, and unexpressed karmas can be entirely dissolved. Meditation and devotion are not mere practices. They are pathways to liberation from the karmic web that has bound the soul for lifetimes, achievable through divine remembrance and spiritual awareness. When the mind stills and the heart rests in divine love, karma dissolves and the soul takes flight. To achieve lasting freedom from karma, Yoga Andanda affirmed, the soul must awaken and grasp life's true purpose. Liberation doesn't entail inaction, but rather acting without ego, greed, fear, or ignorance, acting mindfully and without attachment, with the soul anchored in God. When the soul recognizes its role as a witness rather than a doer, karma loses its dominion. He proposed 3 paths to total freedom: Jnana Yoga, the path of wisdom, recognizing the soul's unity with the spirit; Dhyana Yoga, deep meditation elevating consciousness; and Bhakti Yoga, devotion fostering a loving relationship with God. Wisdom dispels ignorance, meditation stills the mind, and devotion draws us closer to God. Their union leads to a state where new karma ceases to form, eliminating the cause of rebirth. Every thought, feeling, and action performed consciously can liberate us from karma's grasp. This self-mastery gradually eradicates karma's roots. Selfless service without attachment to outcomes liberates the soul instead of binding it. The ultimate karmic freedom, according to Yoga Andanda, is samadhi, profound meditative absorption where the soul merges with its true nature, Satchidananda, eternal existence, consciousness, and bliss. In this state, thoughts, desires, and karmas cease to exist. The soul understands its eternal divine essence. Yoga Andanda underscored the guru's vital role as a bridge between the soul and God. A guru's grace empowers the seeker, providing strength for deeper meditation, resilience during setbacks, and overcoming the pull of past karma. This grace offers spiritual protection and accelerates karmic dissolution. This path, he insisted, is accessible to all. Sincere effort, disciplined living, and deep devotion are all that's needed. From the moment of commitment, karma begins to transform. Liberation from karma is a tangible goal, achievable through meditation, devotion, wisdom, and a guru's grace. We are not merely our bodies, karma, or minds. We are the immortal flame of God, and the purpose of life is to return to that divine light. We are all ensnared in the cycle of birth, death, and karma. Yet Yoga Andanda's teachings illuminate a path to escape. Meditation, devotion, awakening, and a guru's grace are the guiding lights leading us from darkness. Dedicate even a little time each day to God, meditation, service, remembrance, and step by step, you will liberate your soul. True freedom resides not externally, but within. If this resonates, share your thoughts. Your words might inspire others. Subscribe for further exploration of spiritual questions through Yoga Andanda's timeless wisdom. We will meet again